This is Trevor Benko, CEO of TGB Supplements.
And this is Ben Jordan, CEO of TGB Supplements.
And today we're going to be doing a little video talking about pre-workouts. What's the best pre-workout? What's the best pre-workout for you? Some of the common questions that we have on a daily basis dealing with these pre-workouts. Can't tell you how many times a customer comes in and they say, what's the best pre-workout you have? Or what's the best one out there now? And you know, to answer that, there is no answer to that question, because everybody's different when it comes to stimulants. They hit you differently from person to person. So what's best for me might not be what's best for Ben. What's strong for me as far as a pre-workout, what is an intense stimulant for me, may not work well for Ben or somebody else. Also, it depends on what you're looking to get out of your pre-workout, because there's so many different types of pre-workouts nowadays. I mean, you got your pump pre-workouts, you got your high stimulant pre-workouts, you got your nootropic type pre-workouts, non-stim pre-workouts, just, I mean, on and on, fat-burning pre-workouts.
Yep.
What else? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many variables that can be contributed to it. I mean, a person's job, how strenuous it is. Say a guy, he works construction, and he gets up 6 in the morning, and he's going to train before he goes to his job. He's going to need something stronger than probably something, let's say, like a SUPPS Hide or a INNOVAPHARM Enraged, because he needs a good bit of energy to get going into the gym. Likewise, say he's going to go, say, 6 p.m. after he gets off his day. He just did a strenuous job, so he's going to need more of a stimulant effect to want to go into the gym. The stronger stimulants, they do have their negatives. They're vasoconstrictors, so I mean, it does hinder the pump. It's not as optimal for workout performance, because whenever your blood vessels are dilated, you shuttle lactic acid out quicker, and you more oxygen and nutrients into the muscle cells quicker, because you got a lot more blood flow going, so a little bit better for workout performance. Another
thing you got to think is, you know, are you on any medications? If you are on medications, they could have interactions with a lot of these stronger stimmed pre-workouts. If you're on blood pressure medication, if you're on anything else come to mind? If you're on a beta blocker, I mean, that's another one you got to watch.
Yeah, if your blood's too thick, any anticoagulants.
Yeah, any blood thinners like warfarin, Xarelto, stuff like that. I mean, these are things you got to take into consideration. Also, even if you're on like a mild diuretic, I mean, some of the pre-workouts even have diuretics in them, especially the fat-burning pre-workouts. So, you know, there's so many different things that you got to take into consideration.
Yeah, they can alter how your body stores minerals, which could be sodium and electrolytes, which helps promote water retention. So, I mean, that's something you have to watch with the diuretics.
Absolutely, yeah. So there's a lot that you got to ask yourself. You know, the first thing you got to ask is, what are you looking to get out of your pre-workout? And what do you need from a pre-workout? Do you need just something that's going to give you a little boost when you're down? Or are you planning to take it every single day, you know, just to get into the gym? You know, myself personally, I like to have a milder pre-workout that's more performance-based, that gives you a decent pump. So if anything, it'll help lower your blood pressure a little bit. It'll help get the blood flow going, and I like to have a little beta-alanine in there for lactic acid buffering. And I like milder stims, you know, 200 milligrams of caffeine pre-workout. Usually with I really like the amp citrate, which is gone now, but that was one of my favorites. So I like milder stuff. I don't want to have a horrible crash when I get out of the gym. It's going to give me a bad headache. The old Hemo Rage used to be notorious for that. I mean, just horrible. You get out of the gym and you just
dead.
Yeah, you got to lay down. I mean, blood sugar drops. You start to get cold sweats and shakes. I mean, that's an awful feeling. So, you know, for me, that's what I look for. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I typically head towards the stronger stim types. It seems like I'm a little less sensitive to caffeine. Something like the Hide or the INNOVAPHARM Enraged that has the 1,3-dimethylamylamine in it. I kind of like those, but you do build a tolerance quick to the 1,3 type products, so we always recommend guys to use those sparingly. I'm like Trevor, I do like the workout performance blends predominantly, but if some days I'm a little bit dragging, or if I'm getting in the gym later, I will take a little bit of a stronger stim pre-workout. I really like the DMHA. It's the new stimulant out. I believe that's in the INNOVAPHARM Limitless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really partial to that one. It's really smooth, good energy, close to the 1,3, but no crash or jitters off of it.
Yeah, I don't like the 1,3. I mean, there's not many people that I know that don't, but I'm not a fan of it. It makes me feel edgy. It gives me just a weird feeling. I mean, it just doesn't mix well with my body, and I crash really hard off of it. So I usually avoid the pre-workouts with 1,3. I do like the nootropics. I like to have that focus. effect when I train. And in fact, a lot of times I like to take the non-stim pump products that have nootropics in them. You know, we have a product called Muscle Sport International. It's an in-store only product, but they have a product called Noravol that I really like. It's just nootropics and pump product. I like the PES high volume sometimes, and I take that in the evenings. If I'm training late at night, I don't want to have a lot of stimulants, so I'll just take the high volume.
Yeah, the Man Sports New Pump is another one that's good.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Man Sports has a good product too, so yeah, that's another one I really like. I like the Bomb Pop.
Yeah, for sure.
It's my favorite flavor for
Can't
sure.
beat Rocket Pop.
Yeah. So anyway, you know, so that's kind of the things you got to think about when you're looking to choose a pre-workout. We got a couple here we're going to touch on real fast just to give you a little idea.
Yeah, these ones, they're more like the workout performance ones, which we call them. They got a moderate amount of stimulants in it, but still a lot of ingredients that promote vasodilation and the workout performance.
Yeah, this is something that's going to have a bigger scoop because you're getting more ingredients. Usually a product like this is going to have a lot more citrulline, which is going to give you a better pump. I believe this one has 6 grams, is that right? 6 grams of citrulline. It's got some amino acids in here, creatine monohydrate, betaine, beta-alanine. Good bit of caffeine, 350 milligrams. I really like the RTDs that they have. This is like a souped up version of the RTD. I mean, you're getting more for the pre-workout. Sometimes I'll just use the RTD as a pre-workout early in the morning by itself. On to the next. So, you know, it just depends on what you really like. Now, this is actually one of my personal favorites. This is the Iron Forge Nutrition Contraband Black Series. This is a really good, clean product. It has a milder stimulant. It's not going to throw you over the top. It's good for any kind of athlete, whether you're playing you know, a sport, or if you're enjoying a CrossFit workout, an MMA workout, or if you're just lifting weights. I'd say it's got about, what, 275 milligrams of caffeine per scoop. It's got the citrulline, 3 grams, beta-alanine, which is a beta-alanine, or a beta-O, which is a
Orotic acid.
It's a trademark beta-alanine that's got a longer release, so it lasts longer throughout the workout. It's got taurine in it, glucolactone, L-taurine, once again, agmatine, caffeine, like we said, and then it's got the mentoflavone, which is something that I'm pretty fond of. It gives me a little anxious feeling at first, but that after like 5-10 minutes, I really start to just feel focused and on track. And then it has theobromine. Very solid, tastes great. One of my favorites for sure. Game Day. Now this one here, this one from Man Sports, this is more of their higher stim pre-workout. Not one of my favorites. It's a little bit stronger. That's the only reason I don't like it. It's a great pre-workout. It's just not really what I like. This is something more like what Ben likes. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, this one, I believe this has the newest. It's the DMHA. I believe they switched over not too long ago. Yeah, this, it contains glycerol monosterate, which glycerol helps boost blood plasma volume, so you get a really good pump off of that. You have to make sure you're taking enough water so you won't get a cramping from the glycerol.
Very important, yeah.
It does have glycocorn. We're real big glycocorn fans.
Very effective for giving you a pump. A little bit different than your basic agmatine, arginine, citrulline.
It has their PF5. It's the serum protein concentrate. If you guys remember from a few months back, they had the serum protein. Then they had to take that off the market.
It's supposed to be prescription strength, pharmaceutical grade.
L-norvaline, which I believe that's an arginase inhibitor.
Yeah, it is.
And the rutacaprine.
And those help with blood flow.
Yep. Then we got their energy blend. It has L-tyrosine, caffeine anhydrous, 300 milligrams. The Cybidium garangri extract, 2-amino-6 methylheptane, I believe that's the DMHA, the new stim.
Yes.
A green tea, which is a trademark leaf green. SE, it's 90% catechins and 60% EGCG extract. And it has some cocoa extract and yohimbe hydrochloride.
I mean, like I said, this is very potent, good pre-workout. It's a little bit more than what I like. You know, it wouldn't be bad for a morning workout for me, but it's
probably on the upper end of the workout performance blends. It's getting up there. Yeah,
I mean, yohimbe's one that I don't personally like too much. It just jumps up my blood pressure. Something I watch.
Okay, we're on to kind of the strong stims, we call them.
Yeah, this has the 1,3 DMAA. High Tech is bringing it back. This is something that has a really good taste. It is potent. I like it, but at the same time, it does make me crash.
Yep.
It's a little bit intense.
It's probably the smoothest strong stim on the market.
It is, yeah. Especially for a 1,3, it's one of the smoothest ones out there.
They got the formula nailed down pretty well.
I really like what they do with the powder. I don't know if you could see the different colors in there. That's something they just recently started doing. Clear container with the different colored powders. Not a huge fan of dyes, but it does look really cool. So this is Tutti Frutti flavor, which is like the zebra gum. Tastes great. Okay, on to the product here. The performance blend, it has beta-alanine, citrulline, arginine, AAKG, and then it has a cell volumizing blend, creatine, taurine, creatine nitrate, sorbic acid, which is just vitamin C, creatinol phosphate, and agmatine sulfate. Now these are all proprietary, so you don't really know exactly how much you're getting of each. Now into the stimulants, so it's got the glucolactone, methylaxanthine, which is caffeine. This is the what is this here? 37. It's got naringin, which helps with the
I think that's another version of the 1,3.
It's got a 3,7-dihydro, 3,7-dimethyl, 1,8-purine, 2,6-dione. Not too familiar with that one, but it is a stimulant. I'm just not sure exactly which stimulant that is. I didn't even realize that was in there.
Me neither.
Then it has the 1,3, which is trademarked Geranabum.
Yep.
I pronounce that right?
Yeah, Geranaburn, I think.
Yeah. Geranaburn, which is the 1,3 DMAA. Very popular, one of the best sellers out there right now. Really fond of what High Tech is doing, you know, bringing back the 1,3 and actually fighting, you know, for supplements. Really cool thing that they got going on.
Yeah, we'll have to look up that ingredient. We can put that in the comments section of what that ingredient is for you guys.
Yeah, we'll check that out.
Yep.
Weren't too familiar.
We got the Enraged from INNOVAPHARM. It's a really good company. They have a Enraged neurocognitive blend in theirs. It's beta-alanine, methylxanthine anhydrous, which is the caffeine, N-acetyltyrosine, CDP choline, which we're really fond of that. Really good for the focus.
Really like it.
Phenylpiracetam, another really good nootropic we're fans of.
Yep.
The 1,3-dimethylamylamine. Now they don't list this one as a hydrochloride like the High Tech listed.
Not sure.
It might be, but probably not, or they'd probably list it if it was the hydrochloride.
Yeah, it's potent stuff.
Oh yeah. Then we have 4 grams of L-citrulline malate and 1 gram of agmatine sulfate.
Yeah, this is a pretty potent one. I mean, once again, a little more than what I like. I do like the flavor, the sour gummy worm.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. This is a brand that's up and coming. They got some innovative stuff. I like their products. They have a milder one that we're going to go over here next. You want to hit that Limitless real quick? Since we're on INNOVAPHARM. This is their milder version, the Limitless. It's got more of a nootropic feel to it. Even though the Enraged does have a phenylpiracetam, this one just feels a little more like a nootropic. Let's see. The Limitless Performance Blend, it has N-acetyltyrosine, beta-alanine, methylxanthine, like I said, caffeine, 2-amino-6-methylpentane, which is a new stimulant. That's the
DMHA.
The DMHA. Then it's got the CDP choline, like we said, we like that, and phenylpiracetam. So it's definitely less stimulants, more of what I personally like to go for. It's got the L-citrulline malate, 4 grams, and the agmatine sulfate, 1 gram. So almost the same type of pre-workout, just a little bit, I guess, milder and smoother. More of what I personally prefer.
Okay. Yeah. Next we got the Hide Zero. This will be the last one we got in the strong stem. Really like this one. There's no dyes in it. It's pretty cool. Just something little, but kind of in the long run, we really like that. I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't really like the dyes just because there's really no need for them. I mean, all they are is to please the eye, and you know, we're more about performance and health. You know, we're more health oriented, so it's just not something that we feel like is necessary.
Plus, it's an extra cost for no reason.
Yeah, you know, and the end consumer ends up paying that cost.
Okay, on to their blend. Now ProSUPPS, they usually do a pretty good blend. It's pretty thorough. They got 25 milligrams of niacin, sodium citrate, dihydrate, and sodium chloride. There's 138 milligrams. Now under their strength matrix, it's 2.5 grams of carnosine, which is a trademarked beta-alanine, a creatine nitrate, it's the trademarked NO3T. There's 1 gram of that. And we have 500 milligrams of the Agma Pure, which is a trademarked agmatine sulfate. 500 milligrams of L-citrulline aspartate at a 1-to-1 ratio. Then we have their caffeine matrix. They use a short and extended feed caffeine. It's pretty cool. They have a caffeine anhydrous. Now this is a 419 milligram blend. 300 milligrams of the anhydrous, 69 milligrams of the calf malate, trademarked dicaffeine malate, and 50 milligrams of caffeine citrate. And finally, into their intensity matrix, it's 640 milligram blend, 500 milligrams of choline bitartrate, 61 milligrams of hordenine hydrochloride, 50 milligrams of N-methyl L-tyramine hydrochloride. We're not the craziest fans on N-methyl.
Yeah, it can jack up your blood pressure. But I do like what they do with this formula about providing different levels of caffeine and different absorption rates. That way you get more of a prolonged feel and it doesn't hit you all at once.
Yeah, and you don't get the crash.
Yeah, so this is a powerful stim, but it's one that I can actually use and not feel too bad.
It's a well thought out blend for sure.
It is, yeah.
Finishing off the intensity matrix, we have 25 milligrams of GABA, 2 milligrams of yohimbe bark, and 2 milligrams of Rauwolfia, which is a alpha yohimbe. It's 90%.
Yeah, that's potent stuff.
That one's more potent, but it is cleaner than some of the other yohimbe extracts. But yohimbe, it can vary between people so much how sensitive they are to it, and even with the different barks and extracts of the yohimbe. Like I could be sensitive to the alpha yohimbe, but hydrochloride worked well for me. Likewise, Trevor could take the hydrochloride and it not bother him at all. So it's kind of something you got a little trial and error to find out what works best for you with the yohimbes. Yeah, one thing I really like about this product in particular is that they use all the trademark brands. Usually when you do that, the quality is much more consistent and you're going to have a more consistent product. Very good quality. One thing we should talk about in the pre-workouts that's important, when you take your pre-workout, you need to shake this before you actually take your scoop. Definitely.
That's something most people don't do. Because the ingredients are all in here and they settle. Just like any powder. So you want to give it a good shake, let it settle down a little bit, and then take your scoop.
Yeah, because not all the ingredients weigh the same. Some of them have a heavier density, so they might settle to the bottom. So you might get, say, 500 milligrams one scoop, and you think, man, this thing hit me hard that day. And then you take it 2 days later, and it's like, man, I'm getting used to it. Well, you might not be, and you might be as well. I mean, your adrenals might be getting used to that amount, but it could just be that you're getting a varied amount of that stimulant. Each dose could be different, and that happens all the time. It's also good, you don't want to keep your pre-workout in your car if the temperature is varying a lot. Your pre-workout will harden up. You want to keep it in a cool, dry place, just like any other supplement. Yeah, a couple of things we'll touch on real quick, just to kind of get the most out of your pre-workout. If, like I said, some days it might hit you better. If you have any food in your stomach, your body pumps blood to your stomach to digest the food. So if you've had a heavy meal within, say, 2-hour period of time before that workout, that probably would be about the farthest that I'd go. If it would be closer than that, say around an hour, say you have a steak and baked potato, you're probably going to hinder your performance just from your body trying to digest all that food. So if one day you might not have had as much food, say within that period of time, or maybe you only had a protein shake 30 minutes before, that's not a lot of volume in your stomach, so you probably get a lot more effect out of your pre-workout. Yeah, and I mean that's even if you're not taking a pre-workout. It definitely has an impact on your performance. And another thing is your hydration. I remember reading from Honey Rambaud. He said when his guys, he gets them in the gym to train. If they're not quite getting a good pump, he has them stop, drink a bottle of water, start over again. Yeah, water is critical. I mean, that's what makes up your blood volume. It keeps your blood flowing smooth, keeps your muscles hydrated. Very, very important. Most underrated thing, I think, in performance. Oh yeah, for sure. It's everything. Yeah, it really is. Because if your blood volume's down, that's carrying your oxygen. It's getting rid of the lactic acid, and it's carrying all the good nutrients in. So if that's down, then your whole workout's hindered. Harder on your kidneys, harder on your heart. I mean, you have to stay hydrated. Okay, now we're getting into the nootropic blend. We got one left. We talked on the Limitless a little bit earlier. Yeah, we touched on that with the other INNOVAPHARM product. This is something new. It's from ANTAEUS Performance, and it's called Rave. And they're using an ingredient that's never been used in pre-workouts before. It's called Magic Lion. It's something that, there's not a whole lot of information out there on it yet. Have you got to read much into it? No, not too much. Yeah, it's kind of hard to find. It is actually. It's something that's new, but it's something that makes you feel good. It really zeroes you in and almost gives you a feel-good effect. I would say it's almost like a mood enhancer. Yeah. Really. I mean, it kind of feels like a mood enhancer. Might work with like some dopamine regulation or something like that. Almost like an antidepressant type thing. I mean, it really helps you feel better. It lifts your spirits. So, especially if you're kind of feeling down and in the morning, this is something that gets you going, make you feel good, and kind of start your day off on the right note. So getting started, like Ben said, it's a nootropic. It's got B6, just 5 milligrams.
Then it's got the nootropic focal blend. That's where this product really shines. It's got taurine, 1 gram, acetyl L-carnitine, 250 milligrams, N-acetyl L-tyrosine, 200 milligrams, choline bitartrate, 150 milligrams, the Magic Lion trademark, that is 50 milligrams, then huperzine A, 2.5 milligrams, 1% huperzine A. Now, the reason why you see choline with a lot of these nootropics is because when you take a nootropic, they're increasing the uptake of the choline. So if you don't have enough choline in your system, it could actually cause you to get a headache and make the nootropic not as effective as what it's supposed to be. So it's important to have both. That's why you'll see those mixed together a lot. Mental energy, it says mental energy system blend. 300 milligrams. So it's got caffeine, anhydrous, 175 milligrams, L-theanine. I'm not sure what this Kigella fruit extract. Not sure what that is.
Now that's one thing that sometimes companies will do. Like we'll say caffeine, for instance. It's the 1,3,7-trimethylxanthine. They'll list the chemical structure name, or they just have the layman name that we know is caffeine anhydrous.
Sometimes, they don't want us to know everything, because then you might think, oh, that's some kind of secret ingredient. Really, it's nothing. So we're not sure what this is. I don't think it has a big impact on the product. The next ingredient is the Infinergy trademark, which is a dicaffeine malate, 25 milligrams, and then it's got the hegenamine hydrochloride, 12.5 milligrams. So this is more for your mind. It's more of a focal product. I really like this. It's one of my favorite pre-workouts out there right now. Good stuff.
All right.
Definitely milder though.
Yeah. Finally, we're going to touch on the straight nitric oxide products. These are for Maximum Pump. They contain no stimulatory content other than the plasma jet, which we'll touch on. They have a mild amount of caffeine in it. But these are designed for Maximum Pump, or say you're using a strong stim pre-workout like the Mesomorph, you could throw this in with it to help offset some of the vasoconstriction that you get from those stronger stimulants.
Yeah, and kind of make it into more of a super pre-workout, almost like what you would get with a Bang formula, like a true performance blend. It would make it, you're getting a heavy stimulant, plus you're going to get that intense pump.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very cost effective, but I mean, if that's a viable option for you, that's the best all around that you could get out of your workout. One that we will mention that we don't have on hand right now, we're out of stock, which is a good thing because it's a popular product, is the ANTAEUS Labs Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
I do know that he has a special type of arginine in his product that supposedly has some anabolic effect to it. I do remember reading about that a little bit. That's one of the most popular pill versions of the INNOs that we have. The guy that makes ANTAEUS products, he's a mad scientist. Everything he puts out is revolutionary. They're top-notch products for sure.
Yeah, any of the ANTAEUS Lab products, I mean, they're top of the line. And like Ben said, this guy, he knows his stuff. And he's, in my opinion, one of the smartest guys in the industry. And I believe that's one of the only pharmaceutical strength vasodilators out there.
Yep. Okay, we'll touch on the PES high volume. This is a powdered form of the nitric oxide products. This is probably the most popular powder form on the market.
Yeah.
Really good blend. Starting off, they have 250 milligrams of vitamin C, 4 grams of L-citrulline. Then they have a performance pump matrix. It's 3.75 grams. They have taurine, glycerol at a 65% extract, which is the trademark Hydromax.
That's the best stuff.
Yeah, because a lot of glycerols, they can give a lot of people stomach indigestions.
Cause your stomach to get bloated.
Seems like the Hydromax kind of mitigates that. Then we have a Ferulia asafoetida extract, which is 95% ferulic acid. Then we have arginine nitrate NO3T, the trademark version, 2 grams of that, and agmatine sulfate, 1 gram. Yeah, this tastes really great. It's a great additive to your pre-workout, or if you're just looking for a little boost, or say, we always recommend every 2 to 3 months, guys take a break from those stimulants. So you keep cranking up to get the same effect. Eventually, you're not going to be getting that. You're going to be 2 and 3 scooping your product. 1, you're not getting no benefit. You're burning your adrenals out. 2, that's not cost effective. You're just wasting money. I mean, we're not like most people. We want you to get the most out of your product. For sure, I'll sell you a product all day.
Yeah.
But we're not like that. Hey man, take a break. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it for you.
No, we try to give you what's best for you. We were here to sell supplements. That's what we do. But we'll never push a product on you that you don't need. That's just not how we work.
Yeah, I mean, even sometimes we tell people, like, you don't need that, put that back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to buy a product and we tell them to put it back.
I think they think we're crazy sometimes.
But, I mean, that's just us.
But that's why people come to us, and they trust us because we're honest.
Yep. You could just go to a straight nitric oxide product, during that time, like we were saying, to let your adrenals reset. Still get a good effect. Sometimes, like the Untitled, there's some ingredients that can give you a little bit of a stimulatory effect, but not act on the adrenals.
Yeah,
so.
and the Untitled can even intensify or multiply the effect of caffeine or other stimulants sometimes.
Kind of like a synephrine.
Yeah, works really well. I like this stuff. My favorite flavor is definitely the cotton candy. This is the last one. You want to go over this? You're a little more familiar with it than I am.
Yep. We finally got the Plasma Jet. The Plasma Jet, the original one, was probably my favorite over-the-counter product I've ever taken. I really liked it.
Very strong.
Yeah,
it used to be 10 capsules.
Yeah, it came in like, it looked like a growth hormone kit. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm glad that they brought it back out.
Another big thing in High Tech did, you know, they picked up the line and they're doing things with it. That used to be one of my favorite lines, the GASPARI line. So
yeah, it's exciting that they're kind of bringing everything back out, like Trevor was saying.
Innovating.
Okay, they have, it's a proprietary blend, but it's a good product. Okay, they have the arginase inhibitor matrix. It has a N-omega hydroxy nor L-arginine and boron chelate. That is their part of their arginase inhibitor. Then they have a hypertrophic vasoexpansion and phosphodiesterase formula. A trizanthine blend, which is green coffee bean extract, green tea extract, and theobroma cocoa extract.
That's going to give you a little bit of energy. It's a mild stimulant.
Yeah, not too much caffeine content there, but still a little bit. The Cydium mineri extract at 98% ostol fruit, a caffeine anhydrous, hypoxanthine riboside, the adenosine 5-triphosphate disodium salt, and Raufolia serpentina root extract. Then we get in, well, that's a 466 milligram blend in the 4 capsule content. Now we get into their NO support and liposomal delivery system. That's 3.5 grams. Glycerol, as trademarked Hydromax, inositol citrulline silicate. Now this is new. High Tech, I believe they're the first people to bring this out. The first one was the inositol arginine silicate.
And that was great for pumps.
Yeah. So there's a citrulline. I mean, that's more... Citrulline is more responsible for the nitric oxide cascade, so
more effective.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's the most important, but that one's needed for the cascade effect to go on.
Yeah.
And that is trademarked as Nitro RX. Then we have the choline bitartrate, phosphatidylserine, which we're pretty fond of. It helps control cortisol very well. Then phosphatidylcholine, which I believe these are part of the liposomal delivery from the because they're derived from soy.
Exactly.
And purified phosphatidylcholine in a medium chain triglyceride. And finally, we have some potassium amino acid complex. It is 99 milligrams of potassium as a glycinate complex. So that just helps with cell hydration. Yeah, this is a great product. Again, a lot of capsules you got to take, but a lot of the good nitric oxide products, you're taking 4 to 10 capsules. Yeah,
and when you're taking a capsule, it just takes a lot more to get the amount that you need. And when you're looking at that compared to a pre-workout, a lot of these pre-workouts you're getting, this one is a bad example. It's only 3.5 grams, but like if you get like the Bang, it's probably about 15 grams or so, huh?
Yeah, I mean it's almost like
26 grams.
Yeah, it's like a protein scoop.
So I mean you're really getting a lot of powder. I mean to get a gram per capsule, you're really pushing it. I mean those are going to be big capsules. So you're not getting a whole lot. That's why you got to take more capsules.
But I mean that's a good thing because you're getting a good amount of ingredients. I mean you guys aren't getting undercut, so it's kind of a little bit of a give and take.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that pretty much covers it for the pre-workouts, for the most part. We got a lot of big things coming. We got some, now that we're getting into the videos, we got some new lighting on the way. We're going to try to pick up the quality of our videos. We got some new stuff coming with the Anabolic Cartel. We did a short video talking about what the Anabolic Cartel is. We have the t-shirts for sale now, and we're going to be having our podcast starting soon. We got a couple professional bodybuilders ready to come on. We got some professional fighters from Bellator that are going to come on and talk with us, as well as some local competitors and some local guys with a lot of knowledge and experience. So
local legends.
Yeah. So we got some good people coming to help us with this podcast, and it should be a very exciting and cool thing. So keep an eye out for that. Other than that, we got some more videos coming down the line. So we'll be talking to you soon. Take care.